Welcome back to the 6th Gear Garage. I had a request for a video showing how to winterize a jet ski, so here we are, out back with my 2006 Honda Aquatrax F12x. I have a water pump, fuel stabilizer, antifreeze, and fogging oil. Let's start with the fuel. It's best to fill with non-ethanol fuel if it's available in your area. Some people say just to put a little bit of fuel in the tank and then fill it with fresh gas before riding next season. But with the crazy temperature changes Ohio has, I fill the tank completely so the condensation doesn't form on the inside of the tank and mix water with gas. I'm adding stabilizer to the fuel to prevent it from going stale over winter. This is the 360 Marine version for boats and PWCs. A half of an ounce treats up to 5 gallons of fuel. This F12x has a 16-gallon tank and it's full, so I need to add a half ounce of stabilizer 3 times plus a tad bit extra. And done. Now it's good to run it a little to get this treated fuel into the fuel lines and injectors, but I'm going to do that at the same time I run it to cycle the antifreeze. So let's get started on that. Looking at the back of the ski, there's a hose hookup way back in there. Pull the reverse handle to lower the bucket, and that will give access to reach the hose hookup. I cut off a section of an old garden hose about 6 feet long. The other end has the female threaded fitting which connects to my pump. The cut end fits over the nipple of the hose hookup. Here it is, all hooked up to my water pump. This is a 2-stroke gas pump and it's overkill for this job, but I already own it, so I use it. Here's the pickup tube, which has the end in a bucket. Pour some antifreeze in the bucket. I have to put some in the pump too. It won't pump if there's only air in the system. Alright, the pump is topped off. I set the pump on the ground. Never start a pump or water hose without the ski already running or damage can occur. Now I can start the pump. Keep an eye on the left rear. When antifreeze comes out of the hole, that means it has circulated through the cooling system. Now I shut off the pump first, and then the ski. Pull the garden hose off the nipple and the cooling system is winterized. Like I said, you don't need a 2-stroke gas pump like this. Electric pumps are about $50 and get the job done just fine. The last step is adding fogging oil into each cylinder to prevent moisture from forming on the cylinder walls and rusting or pitting them. I'm removing each coil pack and then each spark plug. I have a can of fogging oil here, and what I want to do is aim the red extension right into the spark plug hole. Then give 2 or 3 squirts into each hole. Now with the plugs and coil packs still removed, because I don't want this engine to fire up, hit the starter a few times so that the pistons move up and down in the cylinder to coat them with the oil from top to bottom. And done. Go ahead and reinstall the spark plugs and coil packs. I like to wait until spring to replace the spark plugs, and I'll put a link to a video on that below. Unhook the battery and bring it indoors for winter. I set it on a shelf in the basement and put a trickle charger on it every month or so. While I'm out here, I'm spraying the turbo and wastegate with some CRC 656. This should be done after each time the ski is out on the water. And don't forget to spray some into the maintenance joint as well, if your model has this. Both sides. Then pull the throttle a few times. That's it. This Aquatrax is ready for a long Ohio winter. I leave the seats sitting loosely on top to allow any moisture in the hull an easy way out. Throw the cover on, and there's one more thing I like to do, and that's elevate the front of the trailer so any water in the footwells will flow to the back of the ski instead of sitting stagnant. Thanks for watching, and please give this a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Consider subscribing for more how-to videos and project updates here at the 6th Gear Garage. It's a good idea to put the cap on your pump.